Hey everyone, Tony D and Little Joan here joining me on the Piney podcast. Well, looks like everything I said is coming to fruition, Phil. You should hire me. I could tell you the future and you wouldn't be so effed up. New Jersey small businesses are fed up with Murphy's beer virus reopening and still can't get answers. This is according to NewJersey.com. An article here. I'll read you a little bit of it. It's a very long article, but it's pretty good. 11 weeks into the state-ordered shutdown of his training facility, CK's Baseball for You in Marlborough, Craig Koppelman has moved way beyond frustrated. He's powerless. Like many business owners across the state, he has no real idea when he'll be able to reopen or what he can do to prepare. Governor Murphy has said that there are goalposts and metrics for reopening, but hasn't given any specifics into what those are. Murphy said guidance is coming for gym owners, but until then, they can only guess what the state will require of them. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that you're frustrated, dude. I mean, this is the worst thing for business, uncertainty. You can't plan, you don't know what to do, and what does Phil Murphy, millionaire, Goldman Sachs, Phil Murphy care with his 3 houses? He doesn't have to worry about it. He'll be fine. He and his family have lots of money. They've got 3 houses, and they're very comfortable, thank you very much. Oh, and they don't have to listen to the rules, because while you closed down your business, Phil got to go to a march, 2 marches, and he didn't have to social distance, and no one was going to correct him. He's the governor. So that's what King Tyrant Phil Murphy does. Continuing, for Koppelman, this confusion is emblematic of how the state has handled everything about business side of the coronavirus, beer virus crisis. Back to the first designation of essential and non-essential businesses. I can control the traffic flow. I know who's coming in at what time, and I can stagger it, Koppelman said. We set up all the same parameters and guidelines that all the big business box stores that are indoor have done. We've taken all the necessary precautions, but we're still deemed non-essential. That's not right. Every business is essential. Every business owner will tell you the same. Well, unfortunately, you're not essential to Phil Murphy because you don't vote for him, most likely. And you're certainly probably not going to vote for him in the future. Phil Murphy only cares about those big box stores. Why do you think he could say, well, you know, the big stores in the mall can open. They have outside entrances, and you got to have an outside entrance to open. Oh, but the rest of you? Oh, screw you. Screw you. Even though, you know, the malls are dying anyway, and there's hardly anybody in them, and they've got tons of room on the outside of the mall. I mean, that's kind of the point. It's like to be inside, but sort of feel like you're outside. I mean, that's kind of the point of the mall, Phil. But Phil doesn't know. He doesn't care. Why should he? He's got millions of dollars. He's got 3 houses. Why would Goldman Sachs Phil Murphy care? Why? Why would he care? He doesn't have to do any of this. This is just him being the king. He's got his little cadre of CEOs deciding how your business may or may not reopen and when. Oh, it's a mystery. And all the time he gets to be on TV and tell everybody what a wonderful person he is. He gets a virtue signal at that little parade on Sunday. You know, 2 of them, as if he cares about people getting shot by cops. He doesn't really. I mean, he's the governor. He can actually do something about it. But he marches like he's a powerless victim, everyone. Oh, I'm Phil Murphy. Oh, I wish someone would do something. I'm just the governor of the entire state, everyone. That's what you get. That's what you get. I mean, this is Democrats in a nutshell. They have nothing. They have nothing. They don't understand business. Well, maybe Phil Murphy understands big business because, you know, the big stores, they can open all day long. You little guys, F you. F you, everyone. Phil needs you on your knees. He needs you begging for state subsidies. He needs you in the system because that's the only way he can get reelected, right? If people are in the system, if they're dependent upon Phil and his ilk, well, then you'll vote for him, won't you? Because you'll never have enough money because you're dependent upon that money. Isn't that the strategy, Phil? Isn't that what you want? Or are you just, I'll let the big stores open. Those guys donate to me. F those little guys. F the gyms. One dared stand up to me, King Phil. They dare stand up to me. I'll show these guys. I'll close all those muscleheads down. Right, Phil? F you, Phil. Done with you. Done with this governor. He has destroyed business in the state of New Jersey. He is typical Democrat. Doesn't know what he's doing. He's got all his money, though, so why should he care? Why should he care about you and your business, Mr. Koppelman? Doesn't care. Doesn't care. Oh, he's going to keep us safe. No, he's too worried about his contact tracers who are going to expand. I'm calling it here. He's going to expand. They're never going to stop because as long as Phil Murphy is in office, he can't deny that they're not a good program. He needs to push it and push it and push it. He needs to tell all his friends in the media, tell everybody how wonderful the contract tracers are and all the great things that they do. And what will be his plan? Well, his plan will be to tax us for more money to hand out to other people who he destroyed or who just didn't have money to begin with. Rather than create opportunity, he creates dependency. So that's how he gets reelected. So I look forward to New Jersey not reelecting Phil Murphy. I won't vote for him, and anybody I contact, I'll tell them over and over again, do not vote for Phil Murphy. Don't vote for him for governor. Don't vote for him for dog catcher. Don't vote for any Democrat. None of them. It's time they learned a lesson. It's time they answered to the will of the people. Yeah, I know. Republicans are a problem. But you know what? At least they don't destroy the economics. At least they don't destroy the economy. Yeah, you got to put up with a lot of BS from them. Yeah, they had their day where they were out of control. But that's not this day. These days, it's Phil Murphy and his ilk. Thank God we don't live in one of these other states. Man, New York, what an S show. I thank God every day Phil isn't that incompetent, but he still has to go. I would love to see him recalled. I don't think that's going to happen, but, keep sending the emails. Maybe something will happen. Maybe the pressure will get to him. Maybe he'll finally King Murphy will allow people to open their businesses. I wish I had better news. South Jersey Pineys, but it's nothing but sad news today. And here's a very sad news story. Beer virus news. New Jersey man pleads for kidney transplant after donor changes his mind. Franklin Lakes, New Jersey. A man from New Jersey who is set to receive a kidney transplant is pleading for help after his donor had a change of heart due to the virus concerns. Thomas Minardi said he only has about 7% kidney function right now. He's praying for a miracle. It's just terrible. Terrible. He is 59. He's a big personality, a man behind Mama Mirandi Cookies, an Italian bakery his grandfather opened in 1927. Earlier this year, doctors did find a match, and surgery was scheduled for right after Easter. But when the virus hit, everything was put on hold because it was considered elective surgery. Yeah, you're electing to live? You greedy person. Go home and stay in your house and put a face mask on. This death's on Phil. It is. End of Easter. Elective surgeries. You're telling me a kidney transplant to save a man's life is elective surgery? Great classification, Phil. The man was going to die. I bet when you had your operation in the beginning of March, if your operation had been scheduled later during the virus, you probably wouldn't have put it off. Yeah, I bet they would have made an exception for Phil Murphy, Goldman Sachs, with 3 houses. I bet you would have gotten right to the front of the line, right, Phil? I bet if you needed a kidney transplant, it'd be no problem. Hey, this is a governor. Oh, but this guy, no, he had to wait. And now he could die. So, He lives in Franklin Lakes. He's 59. If anybody has, I don't know, a relative who can donate a kidney or something, I have to be honest, I just don't have the guts to do that. I don't. I don't know if I'd be a match. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I have an aunt who did do it for one of my cousins, and I gotta say, I really admire her. She gave up a kidney so that my cousin can live a better life and live. So I mention it. Maybe somebody out there can help this guy. Maybe have a poor relative that's on life support and who's going to pass away anyway. Maybe you could help him out. He's in Franklin Lakes, New Jersey. Thomas Morandi. So thanks, Phil. Thanks for that. Thanks for letting him die.